Universal Peace Federation. I just wanted to tell you about an important concert we did last Saturday on the 8th of November for the children of Africa. This was really a joint effort together with my friend and colleague Ashley Crosswaite, who is actually the main field person in IRFF for these projects. Why I'm talking to you is because I was so touched with the film that we saw about the children of Africa. Children in Ugandan schools, Zambian schools, teaching, having character education, police academy, juniors are having character education programs. And then, on top of that, we saw actually a health program where children's feet were full of jiggers, were cleaned by volunteers. It was so touching that a person's life could be saved by some simple act that IRFF is doing down there. Because of this, I invited my colleague to actually appeal to you directly through a wonderful film they have, a video they have of their recent activities there, as well as he himself appealing to you because he knows much more about the foundation and how they work, the charity, International Relief Friendship Foundation. So over to you, Ashley.
Thank you, Margaret. Yeah, my name is Dr. Ashley Crosswaite, and I'm the field director for IRFF, which is International Relief Friendship Foundation for the UK. And we have quite a few projects in Africa, in mainly 3 countries, in Zambia, in Uganda, and Kenya. And we work in education and in health and in sustainable development, in all those 3 areas. And you know, right now we're getting ready for Christmas here in the UK. Everybody's excited, and especially the children, what kind of gifts they're going to get. And it's an exciting time for families. But I should be going down to Uganda in a couple of weeks and spending the first part of December down there. And my experience there is that you see people who are really in abject poverty, and they are suffering from malnutrition and from a lack of opportunity to get education and a lot of health problems. So one of the projects that we work on is a mobile medical team. So recently we were able to purchase a vehicle, and we go out to remote villages and we treat the children's feet and hands. They get jiggers, which is a flea, a parasite that burrows into the flesh.
Which we hope you could see in the video.
And you'll see that on the video. And basically we have a team of volunteers who go out to the villages and treat those children. Yeah, it's a very painful experience always being there. And just thinking about it really makes my heart bleed, actually, because the situation of the children in those villages is really extremely difficult. There's a lot of problem with HIV/AIDS as well, so a lot of those children are orphans. We built one school, actually, recently, over the last few years in Uganda, and several of the pupils there are AIDS orphans. And we provided education for them, primary education. But they basically are so poor that they don't have shoes, they cannot afford a school uniform, they are malnourished, so we have to feed them every day at the school and take care of their basic medical needs. But their situation is, again, maybe if you haven't been there and witnessed that yourself, and touch those children's feet, then it may be hard to understand what kind of situation they're in. But when you're actually there and you experience being with them and washing their feet and trying to remove those parasites from their feet and hands and seeing their tears, that is an experience that will really change your life and make you realize that even just by doing something simple, you can save a life, actually. Yeah. So I would say that IRFF is quite unique amongst many UK charities. Even though we're a small charity, one thing that is important to know is that if you donate to IRFF, 100% of what you donate actually goes to the project, 100%. Because we have a team of 12 volunteers here in the UK. Nobody is paid. We are all volunteers. Yeah, nobody gets any money, but everything is poured into the projects. So we're able to administer the projects through the little bit extra we get from gift aid, from the people who donate, who are taxpayers. Yeah. So from that point of view, you can be guaranteed that, you know, if you support those projects that literally, actually last year 103% of what people gave actually went to the project. You know, that might be difficult to figure out, how can it be more than 100%, but that's because we get money back from the government through gift aid. So we're able to run everything with that little extra that we get. So the whole ethos of IRFF is volunteerism. That however poor we might be, that we can still do something for somebody, and for a child, a person who may be poorer than myself. Yeah. So the local people in Uganda and Kenya and in Zambia, they may not have much themselves, but they are willing to put themselves out to do this kind of work, to take care of the children. So we have many different projects. We have also a project called WAIT, which is all about character education, about how to deal with relationships, especially for young people, how to live free from HIV. And we've done a lot of research on HIV, and we came to the conclusion the best way to be free, the only guaranteed way to be free from HIV is to wait, is to not engage in sexual relationships before marriage, you know, and even after marriage to be faithful to one's partner. And that is the ethos of WAIT. And it's a performing arts group, and they visit many high schools and primary schools around the country, and they give this message through music, through theatre, through breakdance and so on. And they give education about how to live a truly healthy life, you know, not just healthy physically, but also spiritually, emotionally, how to live a rich and full life as a young person, and be free to realize your dreams. Yeah. So we have another project called the Girl Child Project as well, where we support a lot of teenage girls, and we supply actually thousands of sanitary pads for those teenage girls, and we provide counselling for them and support for their lives, because again, maybe it's hard to imagine living in a developed country like this, how a young girl's life could be, you know, in a very poor country. But reality is that most of those girls, 95% of them, they don't have enough money for sanitary pads when they have their monthly period. And because of that, they use rags, and often they get infections. They miss days of school every month. They have a lot of problems because there's a lot of predatory men around who will take advantage of them also, and promise them lots of things if they will, you know, sleep with them. But often those men will give that girl HIV or some other STD, and will ruin that girl's life, even though they're promising them, yeah, I'll supply you with sanitary pads, with, you know, I'll take you out for a nice meal and all these things. But in reality, those girls become victims, you know, of those extremely, I would say, predatory men. So we are developing that project in Uganda. We'd like to develop it in other countries too. So those are just some of the things that we're doing. I hope it's interesting for you, and I would ask you to please donate, because we really try to expand our projects and really develop them. So if you want to find out more, you can look at our website, which is irff-uk.org, and you can find out all about these various projects. You can sponsor a child at our school, our primary school, for just £10 a month, or you can donate in other ways. and if anybody would like to help be part of our team and help that working here in the UK, we also need plenty of help to develop our website, our presence on Facebook, and other ways that you can support. So thank you very much for listening, taking the time.
May I say that despite their limited infrastructure, IRFF has done so much work. I've been directly involved in some of the fundraising for Destiny's School, and I know that it was just a room, and it's become a school now. It has a kitchen, it has a new latrines, new toilets, it has a borehole where the water is gushing out, and all the village can use this water after the school finishes with it. So it's a wonderful thing they are doing with this little money that they are raising here and there. But this is now when they really need your help, because there's so much more ideas they have. I've seen hundreds of students, thousands, that are benefiting from the character education programs. So this is such a rewarding thing to do. You know, this money that you're giving, it's going to save lives in Africa, African children, and they're not only their external life, but their internal life, their goodness. Character education is so important for the future of Africa. So please help us to help them. This is what we need. Thank you so much.